Good morning and welcome to Pod Swimming here in East Providence, Rhode Island for the 11-12-year-old session today of the BGSC November 2020 Team Specialty Meet. My name is Jeremy Abreu and I'll be taking you through the order of events today, which we will start off with the 50-yard butterfly, followed by the 100-yard backstroke, going into the 50-yard breaststroke, and the 100-yard freestyle. As we take a look at the events today, a swimmer to keep an eye on is Lydia Kraft. So as we take a look at the top times in each of the events, Lydia comes into today's meet with the second best time in the 50 butterfly, the top time in the 100 back, the top time in the 100 breast, and the top time in the 100 freestyle. So shaping up to be a very exciting morning here. I'd like to do a check. I know we have some people out there. If someone could pop into the chat, let me know that they can hear me okay. Let me know that they can see the video. You're looking live at the Crimson and Gators team as they participate in their warm-ups. Would like to cover a few housekeeping items once we get going here, but want to get some confirmation that whoever is out there can hear me loud and clear. And oh, here we go. Artichoke Miranda says, I hear you. Great. Looks and sounds great. Jason Ralph. Great. Perfect. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it. The last session was a session I would rather forget. So I started the session off by going live and my microphone was muted, so I was talking for a good 3 minutes with my microphone muted. Then I prematurely ended the stream with a race to go, thinking it was the end of the meet, and then the internet crashed. So we're off to a great start here. I hope to have a lot better luck today with the 11 and 12 session. So while you take a look live at the warm-ups that are going on with Crimson and Gators, just wanted to cover a few of the logistics. As you know, all swimmers are required to wear a mask unless they are eating, drinking in their seat, warming up, or racing. Swimmers are also expected to maintain proper social distancing at all times. All the swimmers have been great in following the rules, so I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. We have a unseasonably mild day here in East Providence, Rhode Island. So we're, I think, in the 60s. Sunny day, beautiful out. Pods does have heaters that are available outside in the back. So the kids are going to be camped out in the back. Still plenty of sunshine left back there to stay warm. And we do have the heaters out there as well. Heat sheets. Heat sheets were attached to the emails that were sent out. And if you want the heat sheet digitally, you can go to the Meet mobile app, whether it's on iOS or your Android device, and you can get it there. So folks, just like with practice, unless you're a volunteer, you're not allowed inside the building under any circumstances. Volunteers will need to wear a mask throughout the whole session. So if you are a volunteer, we thank you very much, but let's make sure that you do have your mask. And then I'll go over this one again, probably out of respect for the Pods facility and the guidelines that are in place within the state of Rhode Island. We ask parents who are in the front parking lot to avoid sitting in large groups and maintain proper social distancing and wear a mask. In addition, we ask that parents not go to the front windows or the side doors to watch the meet and instead use the live stream. So we certainly appreciate that. So we have JFC checking in. David Cohen, appreciate you joining. Dorothy Tran. I saw Vincent here. He's getting ready to time this morning. Go Cadence. Folks, a reminder, we are partnering, Gators and Pods are partnering this month for a food drive in support of the Hope and Faith Drive. So we will be accepting canned and non-perishable food donations. They can be dropped off at the marked bins located in the Pod swimming lobby. So I had the good fortune of speaking with Carl Sweeney who is the founder, along with his wife and children, of the Hope and Faith Drive. They've been operating and doing business as a charitable organization since 2011 in East Providence, Rhode Island, and they are doing great things for the community in terms of raising food and money for folks who are running into some difficulties. So if you do have any canned goods and you'd like to donate them, please bring them. There's marked bins throughout parts here that you can certainly utilize. I'm also excited to announce that Fairway Independent Mortgage and specifically TJ Curran there have stepped up to sponsor our festivities today. So as an organization, what we have decided to do was reach out to some small businesses to see if they were interested in doing a quote-unquote ad or mention on the meet over the weekend in exchange for a monetary donation. And what we're going to be doing is, from any monies earned from this meet and the meet in December, we're going to be adopting a family or two for Christmas and getting some of their children's Christmas lists and buying some presents for them. So really good, feel-good story all the way around. So once again, thank you to Fairway Independent Mortgage. And they told me to ask you, are you drowning in debt, just managing to stay afloat, paying your current mortgage? It may be time to swim into a mortgage refinance. Or maybe you're looking to freestyle into a pre-approval for a new house with a pool. Rates are in the twos for those who qualify. Call TJ Curran at 401-258-8523 or check them out online at mortgagesonmainstreet.com. NMLS ID 67740, equal housing lender. And once again, really appreciate TJ Curran and Fairway Independent Mortgage stepping up to be a sponsor here today. So I know TJ personally. I've known TJ since high school. TJ was an athlete at Cumberland High School, myself at St. Raphael Academy. We competed against each other, and I can tell you there's you'd be hard-pressed to find a harder-working mortgage broker to help you. So please reach out to TJ if you need anything, 401-258-8523. And again, thank you to Fairway Independent Mortgage for sponsoring us today. You continue to take a live look at the pool as now it looks like starts are being practiced by both the Crimson and Gators team. We're going to be underway shortly. I believe this session is scheduled to go live at 12:05, so about 7 minutes from now. Looks like we have 21 viewers on here. Please pop into the live chat. Try to make this as interactive and as fun as possible. Tell me who you're here to see. I'll give them a shout out. The kids always love when they watch this back after the fact and they get to hear their name being called. And I mean, I don't think that ever gets old, no matter how old the kids are. So I know Artichoke Miranda is rooting on Esme. Go Esme, go Gators. And I'm sure there's some Crimson families out there as well. So please drop a note into the live chat here. I'll be happy to give you and your family a shout out, as well as your kids as well. We're looking forward to a really fast racing day today. So the 10 and under session, again, we don't have a scoreboard with a clock here, so it's difficult for me to know the times. But when I look at Meet Mobile, especially after the last meet, I saw a lot of green, right? A lot of green, especially in that 10 and under and 11 and 12 sessions. Lauren Ralph checking in from Crimson. Go Tegan. Thank you for taking the time to... Oh, look at this. Jason Ralph right behind her. Go Tegan. Jason and Laura. Lauren, excuse me. Thank you for taking the time to join us today from Crimson. So as I was saying, some very fast times have been posted so far today from the 10 and under, the 8 and under session. I expect that trend to continue here with the 11 and 12-year-olds. Wanted to give a big sincere thank you to everyone involved in these meets, right? We're in very uncertain times for our kids. Kids, and especially swimmers, are creatures of habit, right? They're used to practice at a certain number of time, a certain number of days at a certain place. And in this year, everything has completely been thrown out of whack. And really, without places like Pods, Gators, Crimson, our swimmers would really have no place to go. So I'll tell you, Pods has done a fantastic job. It is always in tip-top shape and condition here. It's very clean. Susan and her staff do a fantastic job of making sure the kids are number one, safe and secure at all times, but also getting the best instruction that they can. And the same goes for our Gators coaches as well. So, we have Ray Grant leading the way here, Coach Mike Connors, Coach Caitlin Grant, Coach Brian Cameron, who I'm looking at here today. Get a few more people. Andrew Ellison out there rooting on Abigail. Andrew, good morning. Nice to see you. Donna Bazzuli, go Gators, go Kaylee. Adam Wiener. We have Vivian's Nana is watching from the Berkshires. Wow, fantastic. It's pretty funny, the reach of the internet and live streaming. At the 8 and Under session, there were folks watching us from London. So that was pretty cool. The volunteers have started to come into the building, so I wanted to make sure that we thanked all of the volunteers for all of their efforts here today. So I see, what do I see? Vincent Pham, Jason Gravlin, Tracy Gagnon. Adam, what is your wife's first name? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. I apologize. I'm blanking here on a couple different names. I see Ryan Wallace here. But a big thank you to all of the volunteers that are here this morning. So the volunteers are here. The timers are in place. Our first event is going to be the 50 fly. Aaron Wallace checking in. Go Gators. It's going to be 5 heats of the 50 butterfly. Heat 1 will feature in lane 2 Esme Cohen, in lane 3 Evan Frechette, and in lane 4 Mia DeLuise. Cohen and Frechette both swimming for the Gators. DeLuise swimming for the Crimson today. So the swimmers have not yet entered the building. It looks like the officials are going through their last minute checks here. Melissa Lombardi has joined us for this session. Her daughter Tatum will be swimming here in this session, and we should be underway shortly, folks. Up to about 30 people here on the live stream. Again, tell your friends, tell your family, the more the merrier as we get ready here for live racing from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island, as the green guy tells me loud and clear from Commercial Way right outside. Perfect. Good to hear. As you can see, swimmers are entering the building, making their way over to the blocks. It's going to be Esme Cohen in lane 2, Evan Frechette in lane 3, Mia DeLuise in lane 4. Okay, a little confusion here. Not quite sure. Well, where? Okay, we're waiting. Looks like we're waiting for Esme Cohen. A little late getting to the pool here. Here she is, though. She makes her way into the building, over to the blocks. We'll be underway very shortly here in the 50 fly. And I see David Cohen out there rooting for Esme, so glad she made her race here. They're off in the 50 fly, and it's Evan Frechette out to a fast start. Here, swimming out of lane 3. As Evan is going to hit the wall first and make the turn for home in this heat number 1 of the 50 fly in the 11 and 12 year old race. So it's going to be Frechette number 1, DeLuise and Cohen, a neck and neck here. It looks like it's going to be DeLuise barely touching first. Cohen in third. Great race here. And we have one in the books for the 50-yard butterfly. Yes, Artichoke Miranda, fashionably late. That as May. Yes, and for the viewers at home, good question. So lane 1 is the furthest from the camera. Lane 6 is the closest to the camera. So always good to have some orientation there. We're going to move on to heat 2 of the 50 butterfly. In lane 1 will be Enzo Santos. Lane 2, Finn Glatt, both of Gators. Lane 3, Claire Q from Gators. Lane 4, Chloe Fielding from Crimson. And in lane 5 will be Maya Jones from Crimson. Lane 6 will be open today. So I was noticing a little earlier, Finn Glatt, looks like he has a little bit of a toe injury, so he's got it bandaged up. I heard him talking about icing, so let's see if he can gut his way through this one here today, folks. As the swimmers have made their way to the blocks. Officials are ready, and here we go, heat 2, 50-yard butterfly. It's Chloe Fielding's going to touch first in lane 4 from the Crimson, with Claire Q right behind her in lane 3. So let's see. And it's going to be lane 4, Fielding. From Crimson. Spectacular race there. All the way around, Enzo, Finn, Claire, Chloe, Maya, great job. That concludes heat 2. We're going to go right into heat 3. There's no, with the younger folks, we had a little bit of a 5-minute break in between events, not heats, but we're moving very quickly here. Heat 3 of 5. So in lane 1 is going to be Fiona Hughes. Lane 2, Kelsey Bonin from Crimson. Lane 3, Cadence Pham. Lane 4, Luke Richards. Lane 5, Kaylee Parent. And in lane 6, Charlie Muller. All of these swimmers will be representing Gators except for lane 2, Kelsey Bonin. As they don their parkers. Get ready to swim here at Pods in East Providence. This will be heat 3 of 5 of your 50-yard butterfly. So it's going to be Luke Richards to the wall first, completing that first 25, and Luke looks very strong. Challenged in lane 2 by Kelsey Bonin, and in lane 3, Cadence Pham. Cadence Pham looks like she's overtaken Bonin in lane 2. It's going to be Richards in first, and let's see, it's going to be Pham. Barely out touching Bonin in lane 2. What a race. Spectacular 50-yard butterfly there. Luke Richards, your victor in heat 3. So we move on to heat 4 of 5. In lane 1 will be Aiden Wallace. Lane 2 will be Patrick Quee. In lane 3 will be Sadie Gagnon. Lane 4 will be Abigail Ellison. Lane 5, Tatum Lombardi. And in lane 6, Jack Reed. Who else do we have checking in here? Roger Bonin. Yep. Kelsey did a great job in that race. Roger, congrats to Kelsey. As you see the swimmers making their way into the building over to the starting blocks where they will hang their masks up and get ready to race here. Again, heat 4 of 5, 50-yard butterfly. Lane 1, Wallace. Lane 2, Quees. Lane 3, Gagnon. Lane 4, Ellison. Lane 5, Lombardi. And in lane 6, Reed. Good clean start. No officials' hands in the air, which is always a good thing. It's going to be Ellison who's first to touch out of lane 4 at the 25-yard mark. Let's see if she can hold on here. Ellison is very tall, has very long strokes. She's being pushed in lane 2 by Quee. And in 3 by Gagnon. Who's it going to be here? And it's going to be Ellison. It's going to be Abigail Ellison in lane 4, taking it with Patrick Quee. Second place, followed very closely by Sadie Gagnon in 3rd in lane 3. So spectacular race there, folks. And that brings us to the Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of this mixed 50-yard butterfly. In lane 1 will be Elizabeth Guevara. In lane 2 will be Reese Gravlin. Lane 3, Vivian Wienert, who has the best time coming into this 50 butterfly at a 30:51. Lane 4 will be Lydia Kraft. Lane 5 will be Dara Gamel from Crimson. And in lane 6, Joseph Gerhardt from Gators. This is a very, very close race, folks. Looks like about a second and a half separates all of the swimmers in the field here. Keep an eye on Wienert in lane 3, Kraft in lane 4, and Gravlin in lane 2. So it is Wienert and Kraft here. Looks like it's going to be Lydia Kraft in lane 4, coming in first with Wienert right behind. Fantastic race. I don't know what the times were, but they were fast. Kraft coming in first. Wienert closely in second place. Fantastic race by everyone. And folks, that concludes the 50 butterfly. We're going to move right into the 100-yard backstroke. Here, we're going to have 5 heats. Heat 1 will feature in lane 1, Isla Candemar. In lane 2, Mia DeLuise. In lane 3, Tegan Ralph. In lane 4, Esme Cohen. In lane 5, Camden Cook. And in lane 6, Chloe Fielding. Swimmers have made their way onto the deck, losing the masks, getting the goggles ready, and we will be underway here in the 100-yard backstroke. This is heat 1 of 5. And they're off. clean start. Once again, no officials' hands in the air. Always a good thing here in the 100 back. So right off the bat here in lane 6, Chloe Fielding off to a hot start. She's the first to touch at the 25-yard mark. She has a little bit of a lead on lane 1, Isla Candamar, who would occupy your second place position here. As we get to the halfway point, it's going to be Fielding who's first to turn here, followed very closely by lane 1, Isla Candamar. So this is going to be a really tight race down the stretch here, folks, but Fielding continues her lead here in lane 6 in the 100 back. And as they come home here, it is going to be in lane 6, Chloe Fielding, your heat number 1 winner. She's going to be followed in lane, in lane 1 by Isla Candamar, and then in lane 4, it looked like Esme Cohen came in third. Okay, so it doesn't look like the 11 and 12s are going to be doing any sort of cool downs. Here we're going to move on to heat 2 of 5, which will feature in lane 1, Ella Bouquet. In lane 2, Kaylee Parent. In lane 3, Finn Glatt. In lane 4, Charlie Muller. In lane 5, Evan Frechette. And in lane 6, Maya Jones. So if we have Ella Bouquet's parents or family out there in lane 1, I think I may have butchered your last name. I apologize. Swimmers are stepping up here. Looks like we're going to have a full pool for heat 2 of the 100 back. So at the halfway point, it's going to be Charlie Muller leading the way with Kaylee Parent right behind lanes 4 and 2, respectively. Kaylee Parent making a little bit of a push here on Charlie Muller. Let's see if Muller can hold her off or Kaylee can overtake him down the stretch here, as they have both begun their final 25 back, and while Kaylee Parent has made up a little of the distance, Muller still maintains a little over a body length in front as he hits the flags here. Charlie Muller will be your winner of Heat 4, coming out of lane 4 with Kaylee Parent in second, and rounding out the top 3 will be lane 5, Evan Frechette from Gators. Spectacular job there in Heat 2. And we're going to move right along here to Heat 3. Heat 3 of 5 of the mixed 11-12 100-yard backstroke, which will feature in lane 1, Fiona Hughes. In lane 2, Luke Richards. In lane 3, Claire Q. In lane 4, Cadence Pham. In lane 5, Kelsey Bonin. And in lane 6, Aiden Wallace. Once again, lane 1 is the furthest from the camera, while lane 6 is the closest to the camera. I always assume everybody knows that, but since there's no real designation here as far as clear numbers for the viewers to see at home, it's good for me to make sure you all are aware. Robin Gagnon checking in. Sadie Gagnon's mom. Happy to have her on here. Here we go, folks. Heat 3. So it's going to be Luke Richards at your halfway point out of lane 2, your leader, followed by Claire Q in lane 3 and Cadence Pham in lane 4. Looks like Cadence Pham has jumped out to a little lead here, even on Luke Richards in 2. And indeed, she will be the first to push off the wall heading into the final 25 here of this 100 back. This is going to be a 2-horse race, folks, between Pham in lane 4, Richards in lane 2. As you can see, Cadence Pham has about a half of a body length lead as we get into the flags, and it is going to be Cadence Pham in lane 4, followed by Luke Richards in lane 2, and Kelsey Bonin in lane 5 coming in 3rd. Fantastic race there, and here we go. Robin Gagnon, I hope you're still on watching as Sadie is coming up. So this is heat 4 of 5 of the 100-yard backstroke. In lane 1 will be Abigail Ellison from Gators. Lane 2, Teddy Butera from Gators. Lane 3, Sadie Gagnon from Gators. Lane 4, Tatum Lombardi from Gators. Lane 5, Dara Gamel from Crimson. And lane 6, Jack Reed from Gators. So for heat 4 of 5 here, your top time is going to come from lane 3, Sadie Gagnon, with a 1:15.78, followed very closely in lane 4 by Tatum Lombardi with a 1:15.81. So 3/100ths separating those two swimmers in what should be a very exciting heat 4 of the 100 back. So at the halfway point, it's going to be Dara Gamel out of lane 5 from Crimson with Gagnon very close behind in lane 3 here. You'll see Gagnon and Gamel are neck and neck. And in lane 6, Jack Reed has made a little late push as well. But it's going to be Gagnon who hits the wall first in the home stretch here of the 100 back. She's out of lane 3. As you can see, she has almost a body length lead as we go into the flags here. And will she hold on? Yes. It will be Sadie Gagnon, your winner of Heat 4 here in the 100-yard backstroke, with Dara Gamel in lane 5 coming in second. Great job to Sadie Gagnon and all the swimmers in Heat 4. And folks, this brings me to the Fairway Independent Mortgage Signature Heat. This is Heat 5 of 5, which will feature in lane 1 Audrey Bonin from Crimson, lane 2 Vivian Wienert from Gators, lane 3 Lydia Kraft, Gators, lane 4 Joseph Gerhardt from Gators, lane 5 Elizabeth Guevara from Gators, and in lane 6 Reese Graveland from Gators. Coming into this 100 backstroke, Lydia Kraft has the best time at a 109.50. So we should have a really, really fast race here. Again, Wienert, Kraft, and Gerhardt all within a second of each other. This should be fun. Here we go. Heat 5, 100-yard back. So at the halfway point, it's going to be Kraft and Wienert, lanes 3 and 2 respectively. Your leaders here. Kraft is being pushed by Guevara in lane 5 as well here from Gators, but it will be Kraft who hits the wall first into the turn of the home stretch here of the 100 back. Kraft has opened up about a body length lead, and there is no question that she will win this final heat of the 100 back. Second place looks like we're going to have too close to call between lane 2, Vivian Wienert, and lane 5, Elizabeth Guevara. So fantastic race. Lived up to the hype, and that concludes the 100 back. We're going to move right in to the 50 breaststroke. So there's going to be 5 heats. Your top time is going to come courtesy of Lydia Kraft, once again with a 36.37, followed very closely by Audrey Bonin of Crimson with a 36.41. With this Heat 1 50-yard breaststroke, we will have in lane 2, Isla Kandamar from Gators, in lane 3, Esme Cohen from Gators, and in lane 4, Camden Cook from Crimson. Clean start here to the 50 breast on this beautiful day at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. So it's going to be Kandamar touching the wall first for the turn, followed by Cook and Cohen close behind here. Kandamar is an 11-year-old swimmer from Gators. Esme Cohen making a late push here out of lane 3. She's going to take second place. Kandamar's going to take first, and Camden Cook from Crimson is going to come in third out of lane 4. Going through the live chat. Hello, Avery, my 9-year-old daughter who competed this morning in the 10 and under session, checking in. Going to move on to heat 2 of 5 of the 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 2, Ella Bouquet. Lane 3, Charlie Muller. Lane 4, Tegan Ralph. And in lane 5, Luke Richards. Lanes 1 and 6 will be open here, folks. And the officials have blown their whistle. We are ready to go. Heat 2, 50-yard breaststroke. So it's going to be Muller touching the wall first. Very tight race here, but Charlie touched the wall first. He is opening up a little bit of lead on Bouquet in lane 2. Luke Richards making a little bit of a push here at the end, but it's going to be Charlie Muller in lane 3. Followed by Ella Bouquet in lane 2. So Muller 1, Bouquet 2 in heat 2 of the 50-yard breaststroke. That'll take us to heat 3 of 5 of the 50-yard breaststroke, which will feature in lane 1, Kaylee Parent, in lane 2, Tatum Lombardi, in lane 3, Abigail Ellison, in lane 4, Fiona Hughes, in lane 5, Evan Frechette, and in lane 6, Enzo Santos. All of these swimmers come courtesy of the Gators team. So the swimmers have made their way in, donning their parkers and masks and everything else here. Looks like lane 6 will be open. So no Santos in lane 6. It will be open. So it's going to be Frechette first to touch in lane 5, closely followed by Ellison in lane 3. Looks like Ellison's out to a little bit of a lead. Frechette coming up fast. Fiona Hughes making her move in lane 4, folks. Who's it going to be here? Ellison, Hughes, Frechette. And it looks like, oh, close to call. It looks like it may have been Ellison, Hughes, Frechette. Separated probably by 1/10 of a second. Fantastic, fantastic, exciting race there. Great job to all the swimmers as we move to heat 4 of 5 of the 50-yard breaststroke, which will feature in lane 1, Finn Glatt, in lane 2, Vivian Wienert, in lane 3, Aiden Wallace, lane 4, Sadie Gagnon, lane 5, Patrick Quee, and in lane 6, Josef Gerhardt. I have to laugh at the live chat. Do I want some soup? Of course I want soup. Who's going to turn down soup? And you know what? Bring some for Roger. Roger wants some soup too, Avery. All right, so the swimmers have made it coming up on the blocks here. This is heat 4 of 5 of the 50-yard breaststroke. quick turnaround for a bunch of the swimmers that are in this race, Wallace and Gagnon, and it's going to be Wallace who touches the wall first out of lane 3. So Aiden Wallace, your early leader here. Wienert in lane 2, though, has overtaken him again, folks. This is going to come down to the very end. Wallace in 3rd, Wienert in, and it's going to be Aiden Wallace. It's going to be Aiden Wallace touching the wall before Vivian Wienert. Again, a very close, exciting race in heat 4 of 5. Folks, this brings us to our Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 50-yard breaststroke. This is heat 5 of 5, which will feature in lane 1, Claire Q. In lane 2, Teddy Butara. In lane 3, Lydia Kraft. In lane 4, Audrey Bonin. In lane 5, Reese Gravlin. And in lane 6, Cadence Pham. So your top time is going to come from Lydia Kraft with a 36:37, and Audrey Bonin comes in with a 36:41. So again, keep an eye on lanes 3 and lane 4. Those are the 2 top times in this event. Oh, it's Callie. Okay, so Callie. Perfect. Callie Parent. The pronunciations always help, folks. Appreciate it. And they're off. Lane 2 is open in what should be an extremely fast 50 breast. And it is Bonin in lane 4, out to an early lead. She's first to touch, followed closely by Lydia Kraft. Let's see if Kraft can make up that distance down the stretch here. These swimmers are literally neck and neck. Bonin and Kraft. Bonin in 4, Kraft in lane 3. Who's going to get to the wall first? And it looks like it's going to be too close to call. I'm sorry, folks. It looked like Lydia Kraft may have snuck in, but again, too close to call between Kraft and Bonin. Spectacular race. That is like a photo finish. We need to up the production value here, folks, and add some underwater cameras and slow-mo replays to it here. But we're moving on, first of all. Next event, 13, mixed 11 and 1200 free. There will be 6 heats. Heat number 1 will feature in lane 2, Isla Candemar from Gators. In lane 3, Esme Cohen. In lane 4, Mia DeLuise from Crimson. Get you a little closer to the action here with only 3 live lanes. Swimmers are ready and stepping up. Once again, this is heat 1 of the 100-yard free. A little bit of a late start there from Candemar. Sorry about that, folks. I get taken away from the camera for a quick second, bringing you back to the live action where Isla Candemar in lane 2 out to an early lead, but Esme Cohen chasing out of lane 3. So let's see how this race transpires, as it is a 100. Esme may have lost her cap somewhere in the pool. I don't know. I didn't notice if she had her cap on to start the race, or it might be attached to her ponytail. The trials and tribulations of cap wearing. So your winner is going to come from Heat 2. It's going to be Candemar from Gators. It looks like Cohen is going to come in second. She made a really late push at the end here. She's going to come in second by about a second and a half here. And DeLuise is going to come in third. So a great start to the 100-yard freestyle here in the mixed 11 and 12 session. And yes, it looked like Esme Cohen's cap basically like came off her head, was like stuck to her ponytail. But she did a great job persevering and fighting through it. That will take us to Heat 2 of 6 of the 100-yard freestyle, which will feature in lane 1, Camden Kook; in lane 2, Enzo Santos; in lane 3, Evan Frechette; in lane 4, Ella Bouquet; in lane 5, Tegan Ralph. So lane 6 is going to be open, folks, and I believe we're going to have lane 2 open as well. Once again, thank you to everyone for joining us today. We're up to, looks like almost 50 live viewers. So lanes 2 and lane 6 will be open here in Heat 2 of the 100 free. So at the 50-yard mark, it's going to be Frechette touching first in lane 3, followed by Bouquet in lane 4 from Crimson, who's making a push here. Does Frechette have enough? He's raced like 3 races in the last 15 minutes, and so has Ella Bouquet in lane 4. They're both going to hit the wall almost simultaneously here. Coming down to the final 25, it looks like Frechette has taken the lead here in lane 3. Does he have enough? As we hit the flags here, and it's going to be Evan Frechette, your winner. Your Heat winner, Evan Frechette, in lane 3, followed closely by Ella Bouquet in lane 4. So spectacular job there from Frechette, from Gators, and Bouquet from Crimson. Excellent race. That'll take us to Heat 3 of 6 of the 100-yard freestyle. Lane 1 will be Maya Jones. Lane 2 will be Callie Parent. In lane 3 will be Claire Q. In lane 4 will be Chloe Fielding. In lane 5, Caden Fanson. In lane 6, Finn Glatt. Callie. That's it. Callie, not Kaylee. I don't know why I keep saying Kaylee. Callie Parent will be in lane 2. Swimmers have made their way onto the deck. Goggling up and ready to go here in what will be Heat 3 of 6 of the 100-yard freestyle. So it's going to be Callie Parent in lane 2 at the halfway point here, leading the way, with Cadence Pham in lane 5 making a really strong push here. It looks like it's going to be between Parent and Pham as we make the turn here into the final 25 of the mixed 11-12 100-yard free. And it looks like Cadence Pham has taken a little bit of a lead here on Parent in lane 2. And as they approach the flags, it's going to be Cadence Pham in lane 5, your winner, followed by Callie Parent in lane 2. Spectacular race there as Pham was behind by about a body length heading into that final 50. She was able to pull out the race. We will move into heat 4 of 6 of the mixed 11 and 12 100-yard freestyle, which will feature in lane 1, Luke Richards; in lane 2, Fiona Hughes; in lane 3, Charlie Muller; in lane 4, Dara Gamel; in lane 5, Tatum Lombardi; and in lane 6, Kelsey Bonin. Your Crimson participants in this heat would be lane 4, Gamel; and lane 6, Bonin. And they're off. Clean start. So at the halfway point, it looks like it's going to be lanes 1, Richard, and lane 4, Gamel, and lane 6, Bonin, all battling here as they hit the wall and make the turn for home. Very tight race here. Richards in 1, Bonin in 6. Looks like it's going to be lane 3, Charlie Muller. So it looked like Muller and Gamel went 1-2 out of lanes 3 and 4, with Richards and Bonin and Hughes all followed very closely behind. So another exciting race, and that brings us to heat 5 of 6, which will feature in lane 1, Jack Reed; lane 2, Teddy Butera; lane 3, Sadie Gagnon; lane 4, Abigail Ellison; lane 5, Aiden Wallace; and in lane 6, Patrick Quee. This is heat 5, 100-yard freestyle.
Go, Patrick!
So it's going to be Gagnon in lane 3, leading the way at the halfway point, followed very closely by Aiden Wallace in lane 5. Gagnon has built up about a half of a body length lead, but Wallace closing fast in lane 5. Let's see, can anybody catch these two? It's going to be Gagnon who hits the wall first for the turn home here. Does Gagnon have enough to hold off Wallace? She's opened up her lead about a body length, and it is going to be Sadie Gagnon with her second heat win of the afternoon here out of lane 3, followed closely by Aiden Wallace in lane 5. Spectacular racing there from all of the Gators in that heat. Folks, this brings us to the Fairway Independent Mortgage signature heat of the 100-yard freestyle, which will feature in lane 1, Josef Gerhardt; in lane 2, Reese Gravlin; lane 3, Lydia Kraft; lane 4, Vivian Wienert; in lane 5, Audrey Bonin; and in lane 6, Elizabeth Guevara. The pool record here at Pods for the 100 free, the boys' record is a 47.24. The girls is a 53.98. So I don't know if we're going to have any records set in this particular heat, but you never know. We'll see what happens as the swimmers make their way into the blocking area. This is heat 6, 100-yard free. Good start with virtually the entire field hitting the wall at that 25 mark at the same time. But at the halfway point, it's going to be Kraft in lane 3 with Gravlin and Wiener right behind, and Guevara in lane 6 as well, pushing. As they make the turn here, it's going to be Lydia Kraft. She is running away with it. Guevara, Wiener, and Gravlin all in a tight battle for second place. Who's it going to be? And it looks like it was Gravlin. Looks like it was Reese Gravlin in lane 2. Coming in second. Spectacular final heat of the 100 free. And folks, I believe that is the end of our program here for the 11 and 12 session. Swimmers are doing a little bit of a cool down here because it was the last heat. So once again, we thank you for taking the time to join us today. Hope you enjoyed the live telecast here from Pod Swimming in East Providence, and look forward to you coming back tomorrow with more of your friends, your family. Once again, that concludes our 11 and 12 session at the BGSC November meet. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. This is Jeremy Abreu signing off from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Have a wonderful day.